blue is substation 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 3, 6. Oh, it's 9, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, it's 10. It's 10 substations. So what else am I actually missing? Because that's not going up. Oh, okay. I'm missing steel and plastic. What am I looking for? I've got steel. I need more steel and more plastic. It's the plastic that I need. Now, where was said plastic coming into? Of course, advanced circuits. Well, red circuits. So I need 20... 10, 20... 40 substations. So what's actually causing the bottleneck now? Steel? Are you busy thinking again?
No, just placing stuff.
Okay, so what's bottlenecking me now?
So I'm gonna have to branch off some of the plastic up here.
Yeah.
yeah, that's gonna have to go like so. Come on, if I can see it, I should be able to reach it.
Hmm.
I mean, I know that's wrong. I'm just yelling at the machine.
7, 38, 39, 40 substations. Now I'm not going off.
Something's down here. And,
Ooh. Hang on, why the hell? Okay, McLaren withdraws Racing Point's F1 appeal. McLaren has. Ferrari has appealed. But why is Renault appealing against something that they've caused? Dickheads. That's what I don't understand. Why are Renault appealing the FIA's decision when Renault actually caused that crap with Racing Point in the first place? Unless they've realised, oh yeah, we've been too harsh. Sort of. They've been really too harsh. And it's like, you guys kind of caused that. By complaining to the FIA. If you'd have left well alone with it, then none of it would have happened. But obviously they thought that Racing Point was not following like FIA rules, but
yeah,
I have no idea, because it's like, you know, Renault made all this big kick up about it, and then next minute it's like, well, they're appealing what the FIA, they want to appeal against what the FIA said, which was 15 points off their like constructors team. I think it was the drivers, not the drivers constructor, the team constructors point, and a £400,000 fine or something like that. And it's like, okay, I don't, you know, I mean, it's just, it's been one of them big talking points to do with Formula One. It's like that, I can't understand why Renault would appeal a decision when they caused the sudden decision. They caused the sudden thing to be done in the first place.
Yeah.
But it's weird because the weirdest thing was, it's like the cars and that, they get checked before the season starts, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
They get checked over, scrutinised by stewards, race stewards, and the FIA themselves. Why didn't the FIA pick up on it then? That's the thing people can't understand. Why wasn't it picked up then? And something said back then, not like now, after everything's been kicked up.
I don't know.
It doesn't look good. To be honest, it doesn't look good on Renault. If they're now they're now backpedaling their own, like, oh yeah, we're gonna do this, and it's like, well, you've now backpedaled against it by wanting to make this appeal.
Mm-hmm.
And I've just realised I better move my car, because my buggy is in the way.
Move it or lose it.
And I'm now praying to God that that train doesn't move. Really? I was nowhere near. Have I actually got anything on me to make some more? Repair kits. Oh god, eight. But oh. I mean, you don't see this well, not this controversy, but you don't see this sort of crappiness in NASCAR. No, you just see a lot worse sometimes.
Right.
I have watched a NASCAR race. It seems, I'm not poking fun, but depending on where people are from, they say NASCAR, don't they? They seem to make the S into like a kind of like a Z, and it's not. It's NASCAR.
I've never heard that.
Yeah, some people I've heard have said NASCAR, but it's not. Probably get a lot of people.
No, it's not. It is an S.
Yeah.
I don't know much about NASCAR, but I am aware that it's an S.
Did you ever see or...
Nope. What? Sorry.
Did you ever see or have you ever listened to... Oh god. I've got to find the playlist. I won't play it, but I've got to find the playlist because I don't want to get it. Robin Williams' Weapons of Self-Destruction. One of his like comedy tour things he did.
Not that I recall. I don't recall it by name offhand.
No, it's... Sometimes if I wanna go, if I wanna laugh, you know what I mean, if I'm feeling pretty shitty and I want a good laugh, I'll just listen to it on Spotify, and it's just because I've seen the Weapons of Mass Destruction anyways, because I've actually seen, not personally seen the tour, but I've seen it like DVD or whatever, you know, streamed. And it's like you can see when you just listen to it, you can see the facial expressions from watching the actual performance.
Right.
And I don't know, it just really does make me laugh, and it sort of cheers me up a bit. It's like the same with Lee Evans, which he's a British, well, is still a British comedian, but he retired from that thing for now. He did it a couple of years back, and I watched some of his stuff appears on Facebook because of, obviously I like his official page, and it's just, he's another one that can, his facial expressions, the way he does stuff even when he's live on stage, it's just hilarious. But he's got one of Lee Evans has got one of them things where I don't know if it's just, I wouldn't say it's a medical condition, but from start to finish, he basically has to go halfway and get changed into a different suit because he sweats that much, and he
Really?
Yeah, he takes because he's not a comedian that stands still. He's very active. He runs around like a complete nut of dickhead on stage. I saw him live on stage, and even when he was doing the warm up for his tours, I was on security, so I managed to actually get the security for the show, for like the warm up show. And yeah, even that, he was still like he would be, like on stage, sort of not as bad as he is on his arena tour, but he was, you know what I mean, it was a good night, that. He got even the security guards laughing, that's what it was like.
Nice.
Even though we were there to try and, I don't even know why we were there. You know what I mean? It was a case of they'd asked us to come along. I think it was just more for him. You know what I mean? Safety for him, really. Even though he's got his own bodyguards and stuff, sort of thing. He had his own security. We were there as extra, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the nice thing was, if once the night was over, he come over to us lot, shook our hands, and it was like, and we basically said, he said, if you want a picture afterwards, just after you've cleared your You know, you've made the room sure that the room's all right and stuff afterwards. You know, because he was meeting people, the fans and stuff, and it was like, you know, come see me, and yeah, that was one of the sort of good moments.
Right.
When I was working within the security industry. A moment I'll never forget. It's like this. You've heard me talk about Jeremy Irons before.
Yeah.
And probably other people will have as well. But that was another moment for me within the coach industry. Working within the coach industry. Not, you know, I wasn't down the airport to specifically see him. I didn't even know he was going to be there. It was just a case of right place at the right time.
Right.
And it's just the way it was like, oh, you know, do you have a light? And I was like, yeah. Because obviously I was having a smoke, and it was like, yeah. And it was basically just how to strike up a conversation and not seem like a crazy fan.
Yeah. Yeah, good luck.
You know what I mean? And it was like, I just asked him, you know, where he'd come back from, and he said he'd been away somewhere shooting like a movie, part in a movie. Obviously he didn't tell me what movie, but that's what he said he'd been doing. And you know, he was actually really sort of down to earth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And obviously I'd said to him, because he didn't say, do you know who I am? Sort of thing, like some people do, some of the celebs do, and it's like, you know, I just instantly said, you know, the way you voice acted Scar in The Lion King, the original cartoon, the Disney one, it's like, you know, I waited until sort of Die Hard towards the end, you know, because then I mentioned his other roles that he'd been in, like the Borgias and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, I said, and he said, out of everything you've seen me in, what is your favourite? And I said, well, you probably get this a lot, I said, but it has to be playing Simon in Die Hard 3. It is one, I don't know, it's just one of them roles with him in. Like I said, I've seen a lot with him in, but it's just one of them roles that just stick.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like I said, it just made my night, that. And
Yeah.
And then he basically he said to me, would I like his autograph? And I was like, sure. And I basically didn't really have anything he could write on, but I had my worksheet for that trip, and I'm thinking, yeah, I don't have to give that worksheet back, sort of thing, right, at the end of the trip. So it was a case of, I'll go and grab the clipboard type thing, and he signed the back of my worksheet, and I was like, yes, I'm keeping that one. Because there's names I don't know if you'd ever heard of. I mean, I don't know if you've heard of like Joe Pasquale or like the Grumbleweeds, Billy Pierce, or the Norlands. I don't know if you've ever heard of them.
Not a fan.
And it's like, well, you ever heard the name John Inman by any chance?
No.
Ah, okay. But they're all sort of famous people in Britain, and obviously the Nolans were singers and stuff like that. Billy Pierce was a comedian. Joe Pasquale, he is a comedian, but he also did I'm Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, and then John Inman was in a comedy type program called Are You Being Served?
Yeah, that I've heard of.
Mr. Humphreys, out of Are You Being Served?
Right.
Well, I met him at the Grand Theatre in Blackpool, and I got my photograph with him, and I've actually got his autograph as well. Unfortunately, you know, he passed away, but it's just he was one of them. He was really sort of just. He was, you know, he had time for people, did John Inman, sort of thing. By what people have ever said about him, he did have time, and he would, you know, he was very, very kind, and I mean, all the people that, you know, all of them that I met, people that I've met, have been kind, bar one. Bar one. And David has pleasure. He takes pleasure in reminding me of that said person, and it winds me up. I don't know if you've ever heard of Bill Bailey.
Yeah, name sounds familiar.
He was in a series called like Black Books and stuff like that. He
Yeah.
so. I take it have you heard of the Hairy Bikers?
The what?
The Hairy Bikers.
Maybe.
Cy King and Dave Myers. They're like, well, they go around traveling around, and then they do cooking. The chefs. And technically, one wasn't a chef originally though. He was a makeup artist. Originally.
Right.
Yeah, one. Obviously, one of them happens to me and my dad's cousin. Because my granddad and his dad were brothers.
Mm.
And it's like, nice. But, you know, while you're swanning around all the way over there and going around places, and it's like, but the bit that, oh, I didn't realise we got yellow packs coming in.
Yep.
Oh, okay. And there's probably no point using that to start a research with anything, because looking at the amount we need, we don't have enough yet. Oh, okay.
Neat. Okay. That was interesting.
Oh, okay. I know where I need to go. I'm wondering why I still couldn't see the pissing radar up there. Do you know why I can't see the radar?
It's not on.
Exactly. Because somebody didn't finish building it. Because I ran out of materials, didn't I? Yeah, I don't... Why? That's the thing that's really annoying me, is the fact that it's telling me as well what is missing objects.
Mm-hmm.
You think it'd be separate for each player?
Yeah, it's just kind of applicable to anybody who has robots.
Yeah. Come on, Robies. Get on with it.
Okay, now I did this. Now why did I do this?
Is that it? Are we on?
Okay,
Yes, we
so
are. Okay, so the radars are now active and will begin scanning between the area more efficiently.
Okay. Cool.
Have I asked you if you've met anybody famous? I can't remember.
Probably asked me. The answer is no.
Okay.
At least I think it is.
Oh. That's
Pretty sure it is.
I need grenades.
So, yeah, and then you're gonna want...
I need grenades.
You should get some grenades.
Yeah, I'm going to come back and get some grenades.
So, you can use your deconstruction planner to take out trees, too. Now that you got robots.
Yeah, I could do, I suppose.
So, you don't have to, but, you know.
I just thought grenades were a bit quicker. But
Yeah, they can be.
yeah, I mean, if you
I mean, that's why I want to get the yellow. That's why I'm working on the yellow science pack, so we can speed up robots.
yeah, I mean, if you were to meet, if you did want to meet somebody famous, who would it be?
I don't know. Nobody?
Ah, okay.
I'm sure there's somebody, but I can't think of anybody off the top of my head that I'd be particularly interested in meeting at this point. Right, that's going to go onto that side, and then this should automatically go to that side. Right? Right. I like it when I'm right.
Okay, so can I actually get this place down yet? On any side. If I go... That would be a big fat no. So if I do this, how long is it actually going to take you? Yeah. No, thank you. You guys are just gonna load me up with a crap ton of wood, and I do not want that.
You don't want a lot of wood?
Nah.
No.
How do I get the deconstruction planet off my screen?
Hit Q.
There we go. Shows I've never used that before. Yeah, no, I'd rather not have the wood. I kind of would, but I wouldn't.
You would want the wood, but you wouldn't?
Well, I'd want some wood, but not the amount of wood that I would get from basically taking out a lot of this trees. Wasn't Edward Woodward a golfer?
Woodwood? Maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, these guys do make some funny noises.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay, so you're as far...
Okay, I just burned through another 500 or 600 fast transport belts.
Right, so you're coming off the coast of Wales. You're hammering Shropshire and Wrexham right now.
I am doing no such thing.
And then there is one lightning strike just happened in Ulverston. So you're scattered out to shite, and you don't know when this is going to hit. Great. Okay, that's not helpful.
Okay, I have broken copper plates. Awesome.
You've broken copper plates.
Well, not broken. I'm just using them all. So let's see. Are they still producing at the correct rate? No. We don't have enough ore coming in. Okay. That can be fixed. Oh yeah, this top row is not working at all.
We actually got anything that's relatively cheap to literally research on yellow. Character logistics slots. Worker robot speed is relatively cheapish. So why do we actually need a Roboport Mark 2?
You can have more active robots, and I think it's a default larger range. But yeah, it's nothing we need right now. So, but yeah, robot speed would definitely be nice. Yeah, plus 45%. Yeah, that's nice.
They're not really using a lot of my battery either. I expected them to.
Yeah, I mean they do kind of chomp through, but
You do now that the sun's going down. Okay, so that's cleared a lot of trees. Slowly. The handy little dudes, I guess.
yeah, I like them. I tested the copy, or actually the cut and paste feature. That was handy because I want to move some machines up and by a couple spaces, and yeah, that was handy. But definitely made me crave faster moving robots.
Okay, so it basically told me there's 10 substations, 190 odd solar panels, and yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice little trickle of copper plates.
So then you go like that. And then you guys get a quick connection from there to there. And I need a crap ton of solar panels.
Yeah, we're definitely going to run out of
Copper.
well, no, we're definitely going to run out of the yellows. So, yeah, I think we've already. Yeah, we've mostly burned through them. Yeah. No, I mean we'll get through this research eventually, but yeah, I'm working to boost copper plates because with the stuff I added on for the yellows, we burn through a lot more copper.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, because there's not even enough coming. Problem is, there's not even enough coming up the belts, which is a worrying thing.
what do you mean?
Yeah, that's really weird. It's not. I know we've got spaces, but the problem is, even though there's certain areas that will have copper still on them, and probably under like the transport belts that's been laid down. So down at the copper under the transport belts where you've got the mineral, you've got the English today, yes. Where you've got the transport belt, there'll be copper minerals still under there probably. Maybe.
What under the transfer belts?
Hmm.
No, because it mines the adjacent tiles around the miner. So like when you place it down, you've got the little like outline, and
Yeah.
it actually expands out
Okay, right, yeah.
by one. So so that way it accommodates like the belts and stuff like that. So yeah, you don't end up with these weird like strips of
Okay.
unmined stuff. So
You're rejiggering the copper setup to get more copper.
Tram.
Oh, got through the yellows. Okay, so that's the worker robots. Well, let's see what you guys can actually build. I can... Okay, I can kind of see why doing it myself would have been a lot easier. So is that how many? Okay, so we put the subsections in place. They build it in such a higgledy-piggledy way. It's unreal. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, I personally just find it unreal that you said higgledy-piggledy. But that's...
You find it what?
I don't know, what word did I just use?
I just used higgledy-piggledy.
I know. I think I said I find it weird. I don't mind it. I just, haven't heard that in ages.
What, higgledy-piggledy?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just placing stuff in random places. Right, is that all the substations done? No. Yes. Now it's going to complain there's not enough objects there. Because there isn't enough objects there, of course. I don't get it sometimes. We get nice weather, we get hot, like nice and hot weather, and then people complain about it.
Yep. I do.
I mean, yeah, it's okay. It was hot yesterday and it's been hot today, but you know. Yeah, are you stupid robot? You trapped me. Wow, they're not the sharpest tools in the robot port.
No, generally not.
It's like there was a solar panel to they'd built around it, and then there was a space in the middle, but yet the robot decided, oh, I'm going to go and put that down the bottom. Not where there was a gap. I mean, what are we up to? Really, we're only up to 244 gigajoules in accumulator and 13.4 megawatts on. I actually don't even know how many solar panels I'm gonna need, but it's gonna be a ton. Well, let's actually do that highlight again. Let's do the copy feature again. But actually not copy it. I need 196 and 174 accumulators for each. And I've just ended up with a ton of wood because of the deconstruction robots. Okay, so that's interesting. Right by the water's edge, the radar managed to pick up an 8.9 million copper ore. So there's quite a bit of copper up north. But
Okay. Alright, copper's looking better.
yeah.
Should start seeing some better stuff at the end of the belt here shortly, I hope. So, yeah, it's hard to keep up with all these low density structures.
Mm.
I mean, for being low density, they take a lot of materials.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, we're still not seeing any backup on yellow yet. But hopefully once the copper catches up, we'll start seeing some better results here.
Well, hopefully. I mean, where are the batteries going then now?
Well, the batteries go up north to make the robot frames.
Ah, okay.
So, because we need the robot frames for the yellow science.
Yeah. Which is the weirdest thing.
It's going non-stop on that. Yeah, I'm not even keeping up with that. What is... Why are these running? What's going on down in the south?
What? With all the iron?
Did you take?
Yeah, I've had
Did
to.
you take? Did you take copper off of the
Yeah.
belt down there?
I've had to.
Oh, okay. That's where our copper plates are going. Okay.
I've had to take quite a bit for obviously the accumulators. I need more batteries. But for solar panels, I need 27.5.
Right.
And I need steel. We are. We're at a pinch point, really. Because the iron plates are. We sorted that issue out, and now our pinch point is becoming copper.
Yeah. Well, that's because the those low density structures.
Well, I mean, is this the point where we look at, because we've got that copper 2.3 million above, just outside the wall.
Yeah.
We have the bottom 12 million copper. We've also got that. Well, we might also have that biters to take care of at some point.
Yeah, I might have to look into that next time.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it does look like we're gonna need another copper.
And then we've got obviously
copper smelting setup.
Yeah.
So.
Because it's just. It just feels like we're now, like I say, we're now at a pinch with copper. We've sorted the iron plates out, but the copper's becoming out.
Yeah, but in fairness, we can add more miners down on the southern one too. We haven't maxed that out.
Well, yeah.
So because the belt isn't saturated with ore, so
no.
So that'd be a thing to do too. But
Yes.
yeah, I mean that's what we can look at next time. But at least we got the the beginnings of yellow science.
Well, yeah. So, as you heard, we are going to finish this one off here. I mean, it's been interesting, but yeah, like I said, we got there with our iron plates, but now we're on the copper.
Yeah, it's a balancing act. It's always something. So, and I knew that was going to happen anyway. I mentioned that earlier. So, because 20 copper plates per low density structure.
Yeah.
I mean, just crazy.
Well, at least we've got some yellow science packs. Or we did have. Whether we have now, I don't know.
I mean, we do. I mean, they're dribbling
Oh,
in.
right,
but,
yeah, okay. Yeah.
I mean, we got a tiny little tail of yellow science packs.
Well, yeah, we'd already used some. So, yeah. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And you can follow us on Twitch as well. Links for that are in the description. Don't forget about the merchandise store. The link for that is also in the description. So, yeah, we shall see you next time. So, until then, goodbye for now.
Later.